Happy Valley and an extra race on Wednesday night. Welcome to the Race by Race preview. Paul Lally is here with all of the selections and we get underway. 6:40 on the A course. Class 5, the opener. Fairy Horse has the blinkers on for the first time and is on the class drop along with Cosmo Navigator and Urban Triumph. Hero Star, wider draw, gate 5 to 12, but is a 5-time course and distance winner. Falcon Court, cheek pieces off, blinkers go on. Rattan World placed on the all-weather last start and Speed Star resumes, having had 2 trials ahead of the first race. And the pace here, Paul, will come from, no surprises, Hero Star.
He likes to lead. He's drawn wide, but I think he can get across. The only one that could cause a little bit of problems for him is Cosmo Navigator, because he's another one that likes to go forward. And he's drawn well in barrier number 4. Speedster can go forward. The rest generally aren't sort of on-pace horses. So I think Hero Star will lead Cosmo Navigator.
Here is a Country Dancer in our first replay. He ends up running 4th here, but he was barreled at the start, so he's actually ended up doing a good job to finish where he did. Yeah,
this is the day meeting that we recently had, and you could see him. He couldn't get out here down the straight. He was poleaxed earlier in the race as well. Once he got into the clear, he finished off strongly. He looks a winner waiting to happen, and this was his first start in Class 5, so he's in the right grade, and I think he's just about ready to win.
It's a good report for our first replay. What about Rattan World? Both he and the other horse in this replay, Vulcanus, have found some form on the all-weather. Vulcanus 5th, not as good as he was the start prior to this one. Will the pace be there enough for Rattan World to get into the race?
Well, look, I think it will be. There is, with Cosmo Navigator, and Hero Star does like to set up quite fast sectionals. As such, I think Rattan World can get in. The only thing is he's a horse that gets back, so he just needs luck in the running. That's the key for him. And as you can see here, he does finish off this race nicely.
He does. That is him running 2nd there. Urban Triumph is in our last replay. He runs 4th and he makes up a lot of ground here too. Now, this was up in grade last start, Class 4. He has only had the 2 starts in Class 5 for a 1,200 metre win, albeit at Shah 10.
Yeah, look, he's only had the 1 go at Happy Valley and he didn't really do much that day. So there's that little bit of query about that, isn't there? But as you can see, he did finish off nicely, so he is a horse that's in a bit of form at the moment. So look, he's definitely going to get his opportunity from barrier number 3.
There he is on the outside, and Derek Lung will take the ride on him. Derek fresh off a winning double at Shah 10 on the weekend, but Country Dancer gets the luck and gets it done.
I think he can, yeah. So he's on top for me, Country Dancer. I think he can win this. Cosmo Navigator can get that perfect run in behind. Rattan World from the back. And another one of the downgraders, Fairy Horse. He's has shown a little bit up in Class 4, and he has blinkers for the first time. Hugh Bowman aboard. 3, 2, 10, 1.
That is the preview for the first at Happy Valley. Reminder, early start time 6:40 with the extra race. Race number 2, the second of the Class 5 races, and this one is over the 1,200 metres. Joyful Life back in trip. Super Glory on the class drop. Pacifiers with cows off. Pacifiers and Tongue Tie goes on. Multi Darling is first up. Woodfire Champ last start winner carries an extra £5. Soho Star beaten favourite last 2. The Good Deal 3-time winner this grade, and Magic Traveller. It's from the 1,000 to the 1,200 metres. Patch of Watch, Woodfire Champ up front here, Paul.
Yeah, look, Patch of Watch always trials well, this horse, coming off an all-weather run, and Woodfire Champ, the last start winner on the pace. The Good Deal, Joyful Life's had plenty of chances, this horse, but he's still a 13-start maiden. Has had 4 seconds, though, and he should get his opportunity. Multi Darling, Winning Heart. Magic Travel will need a bit of luck from his wide draw. Podium ran better at his last start.
And he is in our first replay is a Podium, as is Woodfire Champ, who was able to score his first victory in Hong Kong. This was also Podium's best performance in Hong Kong, Paul. Can the winner go on with it, and can Podium further improve?
To answer both those questions, yes. I think they can, and so I've made this the Quinella in the race, actually. I thought it was a nice win from him. He'd put 2 together. Now, Woodfire Champ, son of Turn Me Loose, so I think he can win again. I think Podium can improve on that run. He's going nicely enough as well.
Joyful Life. Joyful Life. He has run a stack of placings and can't quite get the win on the board. He's got a 7 next to his name, but he doesn't get much room here. 4 starts, course and distance for 2 placings. He's getting hard to have on a win line, but again, we'll get his opportunity this week.
Yeah, he'll get it once again, won't he? He has had 4 seconds, this horse. He just doesn't want to win, really. I think he's taken a bit of money with him. Look, I'll include him on a minor line because there's ability there. It's just the will to win is a little bit of a question mark for me. And you can see he finished off 7th here, but he wasn't, again, too far away.
There he is, just running out of room behind Superwise Dragon in the line. He wasn't going well enough to win the race at the time, though. One more to have a look at. Ho Ho Star, he runs 8th here. He's a horse that has placed 2 from his last 3, and the Good Deal. He finishes down the track, but an interesting jockey booking on him. Zach Purton takes the ride.
Yeah, he should get a nice run, the Good Deal as well. I think he'll be a bit more positive from barrier number 1, so he'll put himself right there. Ho Ho Star, he's only had the 1 go at Happy Valley. Didn't really do two goes at Happy Valley and hasn't done too much, so he's hard to have. The Good Deal, look, he's at least he's a winner, this horse, but I have left them both out.
All right, so that is a look at our last replay. So we know that Quinella is Woodfire Champ podium. What order and who's in for 3rd and 4th?
Yeah, I'm going to go 5 to beat 11. So Woodfire Champ to beat podium here. So coming out of that same race, I'm going to give Patchel Watch a chance. He always trials better than he races, this horse, but he goes in there for 3rd, and then Joyful Life in there for 4th. 5, 11, 9 and 1.
Paul with Woodfire Champ to make it back-to-back wins by taking race 2. And the Class 5 triple header finishes with race number 3. And again, it's 1,200 metres with Super Elite. Placed his last 2. Ace Talents on a 7-day backup. Island Golden comes back in trip. Super Eagle raced wide last time. And we've got Excellent Daddy better on the all-weather. Cool Blue visor off, blinkers go back on. Happy Feeling blinkers off. Shadow Roll off. Tongue Tie also taken off. And Alloy King has no visor, but blinkers re-added to him. Where does the pace come from here, Paul?
Island Golden, he's led at his last couple, and I think he'll lead again. Matthew Poonaboard from barrier 6. Same to you. Look, he should get a nice run from an inside barrier draw. Super Elite put himself right there. Ace Talent again drawn wide, barrier 12, so Alice might have to work a bit to get across. Cool Blue, blinkers on for the first time, but hasn't shown too much gate speed in his starts.
Ace Talent is our first replay, so we're not going back too far for this, Paul. He ends up running 3rd, but ends up out near the outside grandstand rail. Gets a £7 claim again, also cops another wide draw.
That's the problem, I think. I think he's going to find it a little bit hard to get in now. He was really wayward here, and you can see came out to talk to the crowd there at one stage. Alice managed to sort of straighten him up. He did drop the reins there at one stage too, there, didn't he, as well? But look, just the draw puts me off with him.
Worry around the draw for Ace Talent. Super Elite looks to be getting close to a victory. He draws barrier number 3. Does have to shoulder the 135, so £1 more than this race. Joyful Friendship, Same to You and Happy Feeling also come out of race 129.
Yeah, look, I think Same to You is going to get his opportunity with a better draw. He sort of got well back and sort of got a little bit lost, but I do like Super Elite in this. He looks a winner waiting to happen. He's been very consistent since he's been down here in Class 5.
So there you go, Super Elite, the one out of that replay, and sounds like we're playing for placings here only. Wind Speeder, Alloy King, Super Eagle. Now, Speedy Chariot had barrier number 12 and went back to last. Didn't have too much luck. The draw really against him. Much better gate this week.
Yeah, so that's going to help him a lot. I did mind the run of the inside horse here, the horse on the inside, which is Wind Speeder. He finished off really strongly and finished just in behind the placings as well. So the 3rd of the Class 5s, I think he's going to get his opportunity with the lightweight.
There you go. He is right down the bottom of the book, but you're with the one at the top of the book to win.
Yeah, I think Super Elite can win this race. He's been knocking on the door here. Look, I don't mind Island Golden at a price. He should be an each-way price, and he looks the likely leader in the race. Has won off a 52 rating, so he is a Class 4 winner here in Class 5. Wind Speeder and Same to You with a better draw. 1, 3, 12 and 4.
That's the preview for race number 3, the first leg of the early treble. We step up in grade for the first time in race number 4 to a Class 4 in this race over the 1650. Galvanic gets a £7 claim. Northern Beast a 3-time course and distance winner. Sure Joyful last start victor carries an extra £6 for it. Wame YY needs to improve, as does Kimberley. To Infinity is a 4-time course and distance winner. Prince Alex has placed a 3 from 10 course and distance, and Gallant Crown Paul is a 5-time winner over the 1650. And will he go to his normal role of leader?
I think he will, Gallant Crown. He likes to go forward, and there doesn't really look too much other pace influence in the race. Galvanic can get across, Northern Beast, Sure Joyful, all those three won't be too far away. And then the rest of the horses do like to get back. The little query for me was Smiling Emperor, because he's up from 1200 to 1650, but in saying that, he has been slow away. So if he is slow away, I think he'll be settling back.
Sure Joyful is our kick-off horse. He has winning form in this race. He's pretty consistent. He bounced back after only a fair resumption at the Valley. A Polar Fighter will be fitter too, following his first up sixth, and he did make some late ground.
Yeah, look, he did catch the eyes with the new stable, and they say a change is as good as a holiday sometimes for these horses, and he seems to finish off nicely. His Happy Valley record isn't particularly good, but he's with a new stable now. He's only had a couple of starts there, so look, I give him a bit of a chance the way he finished off.
What about To Infinity? Proven plenty of times over the 1650 at Happy Valley. He runs fourth. Northern Beast loves the 1650. He's just been a touch disappointing this time in. Can he turn that form around at all?
Barrier 1 was Zach Purden aboard. There's a couple of positives there for Northern Beast, and we have seen him win 2 in a row at the back end of last season, and he's had those 2 runs this season, so he will strip fitter for it. So look, I've included him. Northern Beast. I didn't want to leave him out completely.
He's been back to the trials too since that run, was back in it, not asked to do too much. Speaking of trials, here is Galvanic running fourth. This is a trial won by Family Fortune, wasn't asked to do too much in it, gets a good draw in that claim. Yeah,
he was slightly disappointing on the all-weather last time. I thought he was one of the favourites was Galvanic. He comes back to Happy Valley though, and he has drawn nicely in Barrier 2, has won with a couple of placings at Happy Valley, so he's probably better suited coming back here to the Valley. He does get the claim, which will make it good because his carded weight's 135. He'll get a £7 claim.
That is the lead in replays to the selections for race number 4. Is it a pretty open race, this one?
I think it is. We'll take a chance with the Polar Fighter with the new stable. He did catch the eye, finishing off strongly last time. Northern Beast to bounce back, Galvanic. And Gallant Crown from the front. If they leave him alone, he's a multiple winner around here. 7-2-1-11.
That is the preview for race number 4, leg number 1 of the 6-up. Trophy race, the 5th. It is the Class 4, the running of the American Club Challenge Cup, and it's over the 1200 metres. King Excellente, Shadow Roll Off, Blinkers go back on. Lee Master, better draw, £7 claim. Panda Legend resumes, has had 3 trials. Beauty Light on debut, he's had 5. Beauty Destiny, better last start. Yeah, buddy. He's got the hood going on. Dragon Air Force wears a crossover noseband and Wood on Fire. He can't draw a gate lately. He's out in barrier number 12. Lead Master Paul led in a trial, leads on race night and leads this week too.
I think he will win. He's got barrier number 4 with the apprentice claim. He looks the leader. Yeah, buddy, he's been going forward in his races. Another one that's drawn nicely. Storming Dragon, the likely favourite, won't be far away. I think Fun and Glory will get across. He'll probably give Storming Dragon some cover, but he might have to work to get across. King Excellente and Dragon Air Force really caught the eye last time, so I'm sure he'll come in for some support.
As we hear from Brenton Abdallah now on Fun and Glory. Brenton, you've ridden Fun and Glory before. It's been a while, but it looks to be a good time to get back on him.
Yeah, he raced well for me when I rode him. Hasn't seen the Valley much in his career, but a couple of times he's run okay there, in Class 3 too. So he's at a mark at the moment where I think he can run well, and looking forward to getting back on him.
You went on him first up, but it was a pretty tough run. He did a lot of work and still stuck on for 4th.
Yeah, look, he rode the speed, wasn't beaten far. Competitive race. The horse that won the race come out and wasn't beaten far in a Class 3 on the weekend. So, yeah, I think he's a nice ride for the Valley there on Wednesday night.
Looking at him, as you said, it's been a while since you rode him. He has been to the Valley. Is he a straightforward sort of horse to ride? The Valley won't be any problem going back there?
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Look, he's quite a mature sort of horse now, so I think he'll handle it fine. Gate's a little awkward, but if he can sort of muster some speed and put himself not far away, then he'll give himself every chance.
You and Tony Cruz combined on the weekend. That was a tough effort by California Totality.
Yeah, he did a good job. He's a horse that I've ridden a fair bit, had a lot of luck with him, and he just loves to ride the speed, and he keeps grinding away. So I've got no doubt he'll go further, and yeah, obviously I have a lot of luck with Tony as well, and he's a big supporter of mine. So it's always nice to ride a winner for Tony.
And there he is, Brenton Avdulla, talking fun and glory. Paul, we'll move on to some replays, and we'll start with King Excellente. This is his go. 1,200 metres, Happy Valley. All of his wins have been course and distance, all in this grade, but 135 pounds on his back against some pretty nice horses.
I thought he had every chance here, but he was right in the market when he was downgraded. One of the favourites. The blinkers back on might be just sort of telling there that they want to sort of sharpen him up a little bit coming into this particular race. Look, Aurora Lady was well backed and did win. Has to carry the big weight, but look, he's one you have to include, I think, in this grade.
There he is, King Excellente. Next up, it is Beauty Destiny, Dragon Air Force and Storming Dragon. So, Storming Dragon, he's placed numerous times. He gets a great opportunity from a good draw to break through this week.
I think he does. Look, he came down the inside here. He just beaten by a better horse on the day here. The Spicy Gold had been winning them in a row. Look, a really better run there from Dragon Air Force. He caught everyone's eye there, finishing off strongly. So he's definitely one you'd want to include as well, Mark.
And if you want any more on Dragon Air Force, here's his trial, Paul, which has also been good. Lean Master leads up, but Dragon Air Force runs him down.
Yes, very good trial here. So, look, he's going well at the moment, this horse. He's only had the limited starts, and the trial I thought was pretty good. He was really asked to stretch out. Now, he is by Swiss Ace, so these horses go particularly well on the all-weather. So if he doesn't, well, even if he does win here or runs well, if he does get on the all-weather, he's definitely one to put in your selections for sure.
His trial form on the all-weather just there. Not only that one has shown that he will take out liking to the alternate surface, but who trumps them in the fifth?
Going to go with the 4 here, which is Storming Dragon. I think he can win this from Dragon Force. King Excellente. I'm going to put Fun and Glory in. He just need a bit of luck to get across, but he's been consistent recently as well. 4, 10, 1 and 11.
For the fifth, the first leg of the Triple Trio. And race number 6 preview time now. This race is over the 1,200 metres and Class 4. Gallant Bella last start winner carries an extra £4. Excellent Piers is a 4-time course and distance winner. Lyrical Motion does nothing other than finish top 4. Giant Leap has the sheepskin brow band off and the blinkers going back on. Happy Trio wears a tongue tie for the first time. Foolish Heart visor off, blinkers go on, and Gangnam Star will have blinkers going on for the first time also. We've got Lyrical Motion leading, Paul, even from barrier number 12.
Well, look, I think there's no actual leader in the race. The only other one that's led is Spicy Knuckles, who's only had the one start and he's fresh up. So I think they'll press forward from the wide draw and try and get to the lead with him. Joy Coming, he shouldn't be too far away. He's another horse that does like to go forward. Giant Leap should get a nice run back. And Gangnam Star, Tactical Command always goes back.
And here is the trainer of Tactical Command. It's Mark Newnham. Mark, Tactical Command, that trip to Class 5 seems to have really made this horse.
Yeah, look, his form's been really solid, probably his last 6 starts. Unfortunately, keeps climbing up in weight, and his rating's gone up without winning, but he's been racing very consistently. Unfortunately, he's come up with a bad gate again. So, look, Alexi gets on really well with him and he's given him some good rides. We've just fallen a little bit short, and a lot of that's been due to the barriers.
Is he a horse he took a little while for you to figure out? Because once you've figured him out, he seems to be holding his form well.
Yeah, look, and I think it was just maturity. He was very nervous type of horse that lived, hard to keep condition on and work him, and it took me a long time to be able to put the blinkers on him with confidence, and since we did that, his form improved no end. And look, I think he's still got improvement to come, and he's holding his weight now, and he's able to sort of work to a level where you can run him more regularly and run consistently. So look, his turn's not far off. He's just going to need a bit of luck from gate 11.
That is a Tactical Command, Paul. There's a bit of an ominous warning about this replay with Yichong Spirit running 3rd in it. Lyrical Motion, he leads for home, he runs 4th, but Yichong Spirit, barrier 12, 3rd. Vincent Ho's in form. He's had a trial since, and he draws barrier 1.
Yeah, I quite like him in this race. I think he's the one. Just from that inside draw, he's got a good turn of foot. He's 3rd up this season now. He's been placed both those 2 runs, really improved. He's only had 3 starts here in Hong Kong, and look, I just like the way he finished off. The winner was off and gone, but he bet Lyrical Motion fair and square there. But I do want to include Lyrical Motion because he's an honest horse.
He certainly is. Happy Trio's won a trial, Paul, since we'd last seen him. Harry Bentley, Douglas White. He beats a horse called Meowth in this trial. He has won 3 times over the 1,200 metres. What of him from that good draw?
Yeah, look, he's a 3-time winner in the class as well. Drawn nicely in barrier number 3. I thought he was a little bit disappointing last time behind Golden Luck, but obviously this trial's been okay. He was pushed out a little bit in this trial, so the jury's still out for me on how well he's going. The trip to Chung Pa might have done him well, though.
Got some track work to show around Giant Leap. He's been in the market at the last 2 and disappointed. One, he made a mess at the start. Can you see him bouncing back at all?
Look, I haven't included him. I thought he was just a little bit disappointing. Had every chance last start.
All right, so no Giant Leap for you, but Yi Chong Spirit most definitely.
Yeah, I like him. He goes on top for me. I'm going to make him the bet of the afternoon, or the evening, I should say. Tactical Command, we heard from Mark Newnham there. Get back, he'll be running on strongly. Gallant Valor was the last start winner, and Lyrical Motion. 8-11-1-4.
Paul, all over Yi Chong Spirit as the best bet of the day. Race 6, number 8. Race number 7, a Class 3 event, and it's over the 1,800 metres. And we've got Noble Pursuit with a claim at the top of the book. Packing Hurricane. Harry Bentley back on board, has a good record on the horse. Hemron crossover noseband off. Luminous Happy Valley debut. Rocket Spade has a first and a third in his 2 runs back. Good Luck Babe has won over the 1,500 at Hawkesbury, having his first run on the turf in Hong Kong. And Quantum Patch first up has the blinkers going on for the first time. The speed here, Paul, comes from the old boy, Red Majesty.
Yeah, look, he looks like the leader in the race. The only other one that could lead is Packing Hurricane. He should get a nice run just in behind. Fortune Superstar went forward at his last start. He's drawn wide, but this is the most kindest draw at Happy Valley, the 1,800. Rocket Spade, Noble Pursuit. So I think all the horses will get themselves into their positions.
We have David Hayes to talk about the likely leader in the race, Red Majesty. David, Red Majesty, the off-season must have served this old boy really well.
Yeah, he's just racing at career best. He's gone from 24 rating up to where he is, but I think his last run was his career best rating in my book anyway.
It was 1,800 metres too, which he'd struggled at, so you must be confident going back to that distance again this week.
Yeah, I thought so. Head up, head down, I actually thought he won. So there's no reason why he hasn't held his form.
He's even getting better in Class 3. His form now in Class 3 is as good as it's ever been.
Yeah, it is. And look, if he gets the same run, he'll be mighty hard to beat.
You've got Keith Young on board. He knows the horse well, and Keith's in good form too.
Yeah, Keith's in very good form. And actually, before the race last start, he was very confident he could win, and he nearly did. So there was a bit of a question mark about as an older horse, he's an outstanding Class 4 horse, but he is doing it in 3. He proved it last week.
10-day turnaround for him. You've been happy with his work since that last run?
Yes, I haven't done much with him. We just sort of ticked along, and he's in great shape.
One last question on him. Sometimes you'll come into the yard, he'll kick and carry on like a young horse. Has he just got a split personality? Yeah,
look, you can go in and check him on a bad day and he'll bite you. He's been in Hong Kong a long time now, as long as me. He arrived with me. And he took a while to adjust, but once he's adjusted, he's been a very consistent horse if you take his first 12 runs off him. And from about the 12th run in, he came good.
Here is Red Majesty again, Paul. Chain of Gold goes to the 1,800 metres. This is obviously 2 starts ago, though, for Red Majesty.
Yeah, look, I think Chain of Gold can win this race. I know his 1650 was his win last time, but he always looks a horse at 1,800 metres will really suit him. He finishes off strongly. After his win, he had a couple of thirds. This is one of them that you can see here as well when he finished off nicely. So Jumbo Legend came from the clouds and won this race, but over the 18, he's always a horse you've sort of been waiting to get up to a bit of a trip.
He gets that this week. Luminous is hit and miss. Some days he'll look like he's a winner waiting to happen. Other times he won't run on all that well. He's having just his second start over 1,800, but did place at the trip at that lone start at Sha Tin.
Yeah, just a one-time winner from his 9 starts, as you say, been placed. Coming to the Valley for the first time. Look, He's not the biggest horse around, so the Valley might suit him, but there's just that little bit of unknown on race day for me under the lights for the first time. And these are quite seasoned Happy Valley horses. So, look, I was just happy to watch him here. I mean, he might just blow them away, but in saying that, look, I'm happy to watch.
And finally, Quantum Patch doesn't have too much first up form to speak of. He's out of the Pierrong stable, so the respect factor is certainly there. He's been given 3 trials, blinkers on, this the last of them, and bolts in. Yeah,
really nice trial from him. And we know on his day he can be a very good horse, this one. Fresh up over 18 is interesting coming in. But as you say, that fresh up record does look a bit, puts you off a little bit, Quantum Patch. So that's 3 zip. So I was happy to watch him.
We'll wait till he gets further down the preparation, Quantum Patch, and go with Chain of Gold instead.
Yeah, I think so. Look, he's up to the 1800, looks good. He's, again, not a big horse, Chain of Gold, but looks like he's going to suit it. Noble Pursuit, look, he was a bit disappointing last time. He does get the claim this time, so that might help the horse, so we'll get him in there for second. Winning Steps has been going well recently, and I like the way Packing Hurricane maps, just in behind the pace, has one off 74, and he's at the 77 rating. He should be a bit of a price as well. 5, 1, 11 and 2.
Paul with Chain of Gold, the 5 horse, to win the first leg of the late treble. And race number 8, the preview for this, and it is a Class 3 over the 1200. Full credit on the class drop. Brave Stars looking for 3 in a row this time in. Chateau Neuf last start winner, extra £7. O-Liner has his first start for Jamie Richards. Jamie's taken the blinkers off. Aurora Lady comes up in grade after bolting in last start. Riding High has been back to the trials and run second since we last saw him. The speed, Paul, from Full Credit holding out O-Liner.
Yeah, the O-Liner I think will put a bit of pressure on. He does like to lead, but Full Credit has got some really good pace. Parterre likes to go forward. Aurora Lady might just do it tough. He likes to go forward, as is Lucky 8, who I think is going to have to just take his medicine and take some cover. Riding High I think will get a good race run, as will Brave Star. He was wide all the way when winning last time. He'll get a lot better run this time.
We'll talk more about Brave Stars shortly after we hear from Mark Newnham, re Full Credit. Mark, Full Credit, a much better horse than what we saw from him first up.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, he was disappointing first up, but I wasn't completely happy with him going into that race. He was a little light in condition, and since then he's trialled well a couple of times and he's put some nice condition on. So I'm happier with him going into this race, and he's come up with gate 1.
Were you always going to trial him twice after that performance, or just once ideally?
Well, he missed out on a run, so we needed to trial him again. He was first reserve going back to the Sunday meeting at Happy Valley, so just wanted to keep him up to the mark for this race, and he's going in there in really good shape.
First look at Happy Valley, looked to handle it well in that trial.
Yeah, and look, he's a good on-speed horse. It's well balanced, so I think he'd get round there no problem.
Big weight, 135 pounds. He hasn't carried that before. Does he look the sort of horse that can cope with a big weight?
Yeah, he's a big, strong horse. I haven't got too many worries with that. And Lyle gets on with him well. He should get a good run. He'd be out there to hold the front from gate 1. But I think he's versatile enough if anything changes in that first furlong.
My wish on the weekend, a bit of a hairy moment at the start, but a great catch by Luke and an even better win.
Yeah, Luke was committed to hanging on. I think, we went into that race fairly confident that he could win, but I had my head in my hands there when he broke through the front, and luckily enough, Luke held on to him, and, they got the job done.
Mark Newnham on Full Credit, and that important win by Morwish too after the mishap at the start. We move on, Paul, to Brave Star. This was huge last time, where he sat wide and was still too good. Vincent Ho on board him, and as we saw on your speed map, he's going to get a perfect run. Will that work for him or against him? Maybe you need to ride him tough.
Yeah, well, that's true. Look, I didn't mind the run of Riding High. I made him the long shot here, and you can see him finishing off. He was sort of fresh up, and I thought he might sort of go a little bit better, but with that run under his belt, I think he can improve as well, and he maps well.
And the stable has found form that of Tony Cruz. Nordic Dragon leads for home here, ends up running 5th. has Hugh Bowman on board on Wednesday night, and Hugh has ridden him to 2 victories.
Yeah, look, I think they'll go back from barrier number 9 with him and just ride him a little bit more patient here. You can see he was quite well back in this race, and he finished off nicely enough as well down the outside. That was Sugar in front. Nordic Dragon came from the back, and he finished off nicely. I think they'll ride him quite similar in this race.
Oh, it's a good thing. Good thing I'm not a race caller. Those 2 blue and white checks. It was, you were Sugar. You were absolutely correct. At least you were listening. Chateau Neuf, he's a last start winner too, Paul. He got a perfect trip this night in behind the leader. What about this week from barrier number 10?
Yeah, look, I think 10 is the problem with him. He's up 7 pounds as well. Parterre sort of just found his mark, I think, so couldn't have him. But Chateau Neuf did win this race nicely enough. But just with these from barrier 1 out to barrier 10 with the extra weight, that just worries me a little bit about him.
And there he is, streaking the way to win that race, Chateau Neuf. One more to have a look at. It's Aurora Lady. Where do you place him? He was so good last time down in grade, won by over 4 lengths, went 110 for the 1200 metres into Class 3.
Yeah, he's got up double-figure rating points. We saw another impressive winner do that in Super Unicorn and fail to win. This one's drawn wide as well. He's got a lot of pace underneath him. So, look, I just wonder if he can put 2 together with that big hike. I'm not so sure.
All right, just a few question marks around Aurora Lady with that big hike in weight. So no for him, but yes for who? Yeah,
going to go with Full Credit on top. We heard from the interview there with Mark Newnham, and coming to Happy Valley, the trial was good. We'll give Riding High another chance. He's going to map well just in behind, and he's going to be a decent price. Nordic Dragon from the back and Brave Star as well. So 1, 12, 3 and 2.
Full credit for Paul to make it a winning Happy Valley debut out of the Newnham stable. Final race, a Class 2 over the 1650 metres. We've got Mr. Ascendancy at the top of the book. Telecom Fighters, a 7-time course and distance winner. Woodfire Bros won his last 2. Capital Delight's a last start winner. Chilchibi comes off the all-weather. Flamingo Trillion is second up. Keefe goes up in trip. Turin Mascot an all-weather winner last time, and Natural Storm blinkers off, and the visor is back on Paul as Telecom Fighters goes to his favourite role.
Yeah, he likes to lead, and he's got the pace to get there easy enough, I think. Keithy should be able to get himself into a nice position from barrier 4. Flamingo Trillion can go forward. Yellowfin's drawn wide, so he'll just need a bit of luck from barrier 8 with that pace underneath him. Woodfire Bro, Mistress Energy, Star Contact, another one that's drawn wide in barrier 11. I think they're going to have to ride Red Hair King a little bit more quieter.
More on Red Hair King shortly. Firstly, though, Lyle Hewitson, re-Yellowfin. Lyle, that first up run of Yellowfin out of character. Do we just turn the page and go again?
Yeah, I think you'd have to. Obviously, he had trialled nicely going into it, but yeah, a horse like him, we never expect him to have a blue day, and unfortunately he did. But he pulled up afterwards, and there were a few things to work on. So there were excuses, and best to put a line through it and look at what he's done in the past, and if he can repeat that, then we end with a chance.
He's a horse with an amazing record. He's only missed a top 4 spot 3 times in 25 starts. Not many do that.
Yeah, it's incredible, and especially considering that he's done it on different surfaces, different tracks and different distances. So been very versatile, very consistent, and not much more you can ask for as a jockey and an owner and a trainer.
Going into the race this week, there's not quite the speed there was last time, so similar sort of tactics if you can?
Yeah, look, I think we also got to make sure that we do right by the horse and make sure he gets a bit of confidence after a disappointing run last time. So of course we'd like to go forward and possibly lead the whole way, but we also don't want to burn the candle at both ends. So if it means getting a trail from 1, we know it's still effective, and yeah, we'll have to assess it on the day.
And it is Lyle on Yellowfin, who's also in this replay, Paul, with several thousand others. Flamingo Trillion second. Woodfire Bro just keeps on racing well, and you mentioned Red Hair King might go back, as he did do in this race.
And he ran on really nicely. So with the pace in the race, he may be the forgotten horse in it. So look, hopefully we'll get an each-way price about him. I'm going to make him the sort of each-way play. But look, Woodfire Bro, he's just found a new lease of life, winning his last couple. So I can see him racing well once again. Chilchibi was finishing off strongly down the outside, but he's been doing this recently without actually threatening, hasn't he?
He has indeed, and a bit like Riding High, stable is in form. He's a stablemate with Tony Cruz to prepare. Star Contact, Paul, second 2 starts ago over the 1650, down in grade. Would you prefer him in Class 3 than Class 2, or even just from a better draw?
Yeah, better draw, wide draw with a lot of pace underneath him. But look, you got to take your hats off to the horse. He always tries hard. This one, he finished off really nicely with a big weight here, and just couldn't quite get the winner. But yeah, from that wide draw, it just makes it a bit worried.
Sure, Mascot is next up. He has won at Happy Valley, both 2,200 metres, but he has proven himself over 1650 on the all-weather last time and just got a beautiful trail into the race this night.
He's going well at the moment. It was a nice run from him. Did beat the hot pot of the night as well in Talent's Ambition. So he went through the gap at the right time. It's a little bit trickier here over the 1650. On the turf. I prefer him over a lot longer on the turf now. So, look, I'm just happy to watch him.
All right, so we'll wait till he gets to the 2,200 metres at Happy Valley, where he has operated well around there. And Capital Delight is a last start winner over the 1,200 metres. He did get a perfect trip this night. It was a good field, but is a question mark when it comes to this horse, the 1650. Yeah,
well, look, the stats prove that, isn't it? He's had 4 wins. They've all been over the 1,200 metres. He finished sort of 7th over the 1650. That was on the all-weather. So, I mean, there is a little bit of an unknown about the turf for him, so they are trying that for him. The way he finishes off, you think 1650 won't be a problem, but statistics show that 1,200 is better for him.
And then there's a breakdown of race number 8. It's a good field, this one, but you're with the King.
Going to go with Red Hair King. Hopefully we'll get an each-way price about him in a really good race to finish off. So you'd want each way about him. He's on top. Woodfire Bros won 2 in a row. Chill Chibi, look, I'll put him in for a place line there. Not quite sure where he's at the moment. And Flamingo Trillion, his body weight's quite up in this for this particular race, but he's a very honest horse. 9-3-6-7.
Paul with race 9, number 9. That's the last at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. The first of the 9 on the A course gets underway at 6:40.